Oh, that was just a burst, wasn't it? I thought it was going to be longer.
That was fast. I was going to say that was fast.
There was a quick little intro there, and oh my gosh. Okay, I think we're going to get hot fast in our adorable Santa hats. Well, hey, you guys. Here we are. Yay! We are bringing to you live our quarterly workshop, our holiday and quarterly workshop. And I found the blingy one. Well, I found it. Brian found it.
I'm like, way to go, Brian.
Where's my happy one? You gotta have blingy ones when it's Mary Kay. Okay. So there, now it matches the we get some pink and red all together. So and this is much lighter than my other one. So there we go. Here we go. Well, hey, you guys, we are so excited to come to you and be able to strategize with you for I want to say to have the most successful holiday time period, these next 4 months. So September, October, November, December. And in September, we strategize. That's what we do. And by the time you're watching this, I know our quarterly is on the 18th. And so we're going to go through kind of like, everything to get you set up right now. And we're also going to be covering it week in and week out at our success events. But then we're going to kind of launch you into, September is always strategizing and then executing for the next 3 months. But it's going to be key. And we're going to talk about those key things of what we do here in September. And so before we begin any of that, Miss Cindy is going to take it away and she is going to be sharing mindset. So I'm going to see if it lets me make it you.
Okay. Well, hello, everybody. So thank you for joining us here on our workshop. We love bringing this to you every year, and it helps all of us. It helps me and Diane too, right? To start getting everything, all those mindsets in the right place. But you might need to breathe first. So let's just all breathe. You might be saying Christmas. Oh, can't think about that. But guys, we are retailers. We are personal direct sales retailers. And so this is the time that we start getting our mind and our mindset in the right place. It's right now. So first thing I want to go to is your personal life. September, October, November, December, and beyond. Do you have your calendar planned? Do you have your date book? Important things already put in. You can't let this just happen on its entire own. Okay, guys, you've got to strategize, and that's with a calendar or a date book or a planner. So I want you right now, as you're listening, jotting down some notes, go ahead and start putting notes down. I need to strategize and I need to plan and I need to get my planner. I need to put in all the important dates, all the things that are not misses for you. Then I want to have you breathe again. Okay. And I want you to think about what are the family traditions at this time of the year that you do as a family, or maybe some groups you are in, the groups that you're in. What are the things that you always do at this time of the year in these months, September, October, November? Okay. Before you write them down on your planner, I want you to write them on a piece of paper. And I want you to look at them and I want you to say, does this thing bring me joy and make me happy? Does this thing make me feel good? Is this the thing that I can't wait when I look down and I see, oh, it's candy making with my sisters? Does it make you feel like that? Or does it make you go, oh heavens, oh Lord, it's candy making with my sisters? Okay, so you got to see, what is this doing for you? Which thing is it? What's it doing for you? If it brings you joy, if it makes you feel like you are accomplished, if it makes you feel happy, if it gets you a step closer to the goals in your life, I want you to write it down in your planner. So one thing that I had to get rid of quite a few years ago was Christmas cards. did not ever make me happy. Did not ever make me happy. It was the, oh Lord Jesus, it's time for Christmas cards. Okay. I just if it's the thing that makes you feel that way, I want you to take it off your list. It does not mean it has to continue to be your tradition. Maybe you want to put a letter out in the new year that told all your friends and family about what happened in the new year. Maybe you just want to go to a Facebook post, an Instagram post, a TikTok post. Maybe you just want to go to a post. Do the thing that gives you energy and joy and take those others away. If Great Aunt Elizabeth had your whole family doing blank Christmas carols and you never loved that, it's time to stop that tradition in your family. I know that Diane and them at Thanksgiving, they don't have turkey. They don't like turkey. They have a Mexican feast because they love Mexican food. They had to make an effort to think, I've got to change this because turkey doesn't make me happy. So that's the other thing I want you to do. Get that planner, get a notepad first, start writing the things you always do, and then see if it's the thing you keep there. Okay, then it's time to put in what you're doing for your holiday sales. Start jotting that in. When is your open house? Is it in person? Is it virtual? Is it both? You need to get that on your planner. You need to, again, breathe and think. I need to be merchandised up like a retailer. And that's what we're going to talk about today. What to do next to start getting yourself ready and planned for this holiday season. And you'll be planned far into, you'll be ready for Valentine's. You're going to be ready for all those events that are coming just those next few months, pillow gifts, New Year's, all of that with what Diane and I are going to help you with today on our workshop. So you breathe and you let go of those things that don't make you happy.
So good. So good. All right. My head got hot. So it's like, oh my gosh. I can't turn my air conditioner on because then I won't be able to hear. So in this little room here. So anyway, that was so fabulous. So fabulous. Oh my gosh. And you know the thing too, if this is your first holiday season in Mary Kay, or maybe your first one where you're like, okay, you know what? They've given us this plan before, but this is the year that I'm actually going to do it, And I think with that, having the mindset that Cindy just talked about is absolutely crucial. So hold on, everything's falling a little. Hold on. Here we go. Yay. Okay. So, all right. So what we're going to do, you guys, is I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and we're going to see, let's see, I think it's going to be, I'm going to see if I can get the one section bigger. So hold on. Let's see. It lets me do it. Okay. I get to come back to you. Okay. So one of the things, housekeeping wise, we're going to cover a lot of things. And our goal is to have this workshop be about 45 minutes total. Okay. And you're going to see in the email that we send out, there's going to be some little videos in there that are going to help with merchandising ideas. We're going to show you some today. Okay. But there's going to be some more in the email. Also in the email, you're going to see Canva templates that we've taken the time to give them to you so you can make a holiday open house postcard. I also do a sale the week between Christmas and New Year's where they get one set at 50% off of their choice. So when they come to my open house and they purchase, they get that card put in their things, and it gives them free shipping on Pink Friday weekend and that whole thing. And then it gives them, so all of the things we're going to talk about, you're going to get a template in this email. Okay. So you don't have to go and create on your own. You can go right into the template, update it with your details, and then you can download it as a picture and send it out as an email. Back to applying what Cindy just talked about. If you were like, okay, I'm going to get this out in email, I'm not going to get this in the mail. It's completely up to you. What I can say, and I know Cindy does this too when it comes to our holiday open house, is that we get them in the mail, and actually we even print them sooner. Like we're going to be getting mine printed here in September, so that, as people are placing orders, I'm going to put it right in their order, so that they get it in the mail, so that they have it. So I do a physical copy, I do an email, and then I text referring to the email. Okay, so there's those. Okay, all that to say, we are going to go ahead and take a look at this section of this quadrant for the month of September. And so I'm going to pull it up on my other screen. So one of the things we're going to cover is merchandising. So merchandising inventory. So first, let me just say, the one thing that is not on here for September is absolutely crucial. You heard us talk about it all month so far. All month so far, you've heard us talk about parties. September is your momentum building month. This is a crucial month to hold 10 to 12 to 20 parties, because it's those new people, that freshness that is going to ignite you in your business for these next few months. So on top of all that we're going to talk about, having those parties on your books, and then grabbing oh gosh, you guys, really, it's like 2 to 3 of these ideas and implementing them at your party and then with your clients. So just like several of you have already messaged me in the like for September, telling me, yes, my birthdays are done. Yes, I got the emails out. I got the text mail. I already, so it was a system that you put into place. It's the same thing that we're going to do during this time period, is protecting those parties is the most important thing that you can do for you and your business during this season. Okay, there you go. Hopefully I wanted to take some airtime for that. So merchandising inventory, we're going to cover what that means. Lead generating, leads. This creates momentum. This would be the time for you to start plugging in where current craft fairs are. They're coming up. Like, I have already signed up for one in the first weekend in November that it just came. One of our consultants who lives locally here, she's doing one in October. She sent me over the email. She's like, hey, join this one. It's free, blah, blah, blah. And so, you know what I mean? So it's like right now is the time that you want to set these up for the holidays. Okay. This next one, booking zillions of restaurant events in October and honoring working women for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So in October, so again, right now, you want to be looking ahead and setting them up. If you can do one in September, do one in September. But you for sure want to get, either a craft fair, restaurant event, honoring working women. You want to decide when you're doing those. October, November, even the beginning of December are really big for craft fairs. Okay. Holiday plan in place. What do you want to make? What ideas will you implement? Set dates for the booths, open houses, wish lists filled out at parties. So we're going to go through all that with you right now. Coming along the bottom of our screen are all the sales, what your goals were when you filled out the workshop and you put in what you were working on and why. And then some of you didn't put dollar amounts down and things like that. So I hope on your personal sheet, you will put those dollar amounts down. Okay. And so I'm going to come back to this screen. I'm going to bring it back in. And so when you get the email, you're gonna see this holiday sales goal tracking sheet. And so again, you'll be able to plug everything in to this sheet, keep it in front of you, The only thing that is difference here, this has you divided by 40% because they're doing the 60-40 thing. With our trackers, we do actual dollar amount. So if you give X amount to your hostess, you doing the math on your financial register where it's actual dollars. Okay. So this is just kind of a rule of thumb because if you give 10% of your hostess credit away, that's where the 40% comes out. Okay. So just so that you know, but it breaks it down here, 50% wholesale, 5% section 2 supplies, 5%. It's all right there. So you can do this plan if you want it to be easy for your brain. Okay. So there's your tracking sheet. We also in here have a holiday workbook that is already updated for this year. So I will click on this, but it'll take me to another screen. I don't think it shows. Hold on. Let me see if it does. No, it leaves me back on the other screen. And so, anyway, it's updated with the proper calendars, everything for you to print out and make your plan. So I just like to share this with you guys because if you are someone who is taking a look at it, and I've seen all your goals. I mean, your goals, Cindy, I mean, aren't their goals amazing? Their goals are going across the screen. But here's what I want you to know. Huh?
I think we're on a delay.
I didn't hear you.
I'm looking at those thinking, you go, ladies. We're going to do this.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Okay. My light's coming down on me. So yeah, but here's the other thing. I also want to expand your thinking because 10 parties in a month, it is, 10 parties, a well-coached party, well-booked party, a well-coached party, holding 10 in a month. If it were me, I would be planning on hitting that quarter sales number, excuse me, that 3750 number from those 10 parties. So if you're just not sure how much your parties are going to net you, just know that when Cindy and I back in the day did our 20 parties in the month, you could count on $3,000, $3,600, $4,000 in sales. And that was back when we got started 30 years ago. Today, holding 10 solid skincare classes are going to net you that same amount, $3,000 to $4,000 in sales. Okay. So if you look at $4,000 in sales, your profit in that is going to be $2,000. And so that's the kind of thinking that you want to have. That's what you want to be visualizing for yourself and putting together for your whole thing. Cindy, should I go through this September, October, November, December to start? Or do we want to start with the merchandising that's in September?
We could do that. And that way it gives you a little break off this. Yep. Okay. So one of the things that we've done each year, you guys, is we've had you identify like which products that you want to like make at least 6 of. Okay. So it's kind of like the 6 to 10 range, but you're going to select like some. So Cindy, do you remember, did we do, how many products did we have them select and then do several of them? We usually do five products, 5 or 6 products, 5 or 6 deep.
Okay. So, and so you guys, so if you've been with us for a while, then you know we do and I'll pull some of them around, and Cindy's got some of hers too. So all right, so you have, okay, you hold those up. Yep. Okay. So some of the ones that we merchandise. So this is one of our masks. So this happens to be a pink clay mask. I stocked up on them. I know we don't sell them anymore, but my clients love the pink clay mask. And then I just put the headband on it. We got these wraps are all in the email. Okay. And then, do you know what I mean? So then I sell it like that. And then this is the hand cream. And I just, folded the white paper around it, put a little ribbon, They call them like crazy hair girls. And so it's super cute. And our hair creams are 12. And I think for these, I don't even think I upsold them on them, because truly it was a piece of paper. I mean, yes, I had to buy this, and it was, like, I mean, I had a system down to make it pretty simple. So I don't remember if I might have charged $1 extra. I might be 13. I don't know, you guys. I always try to teach people to make sure that if you're wrapping them, you're going to add $1 or $2. And I'm going to show you an example of that. But, like, do you remember how much our pink clay masks were, Cindy?
I think, were they 18? Seems like they were a little,
I was thinking that.
I'm thinking 18.
Yeah. So, with 18 is a really great price point. And so I know I put a headband on there, so I might have just let that go, but I'll show you others. And then Cindy's got the the Mintless foot and leg treatment.
Yeah, and then this is like different socks from different years. Yeah.
Yeah. And you could, and some of you got them last year and you bought more socks. And so from Big Lots or whatever, and that's totally fine too. And so you make them into snowmen. And so that's really cool. Now, I've always sold any of my Mintless foot and leg treatments that are wraps. So whether they're the snow guy, like Cindy just showed, I can't get it. Hold on. Whether it's this guy, and then Cindy has the new socks, and she put it on top of the box. So show them the box. So she put her Mintless foot and leg treatment in the box, and then she put the socks on top. Okay. And then, so these I always sell for 14. If they're not wrapped, like if they just want it and they're going to do something with them, then I sell them for 12. But if they're cute, then they're 14. And so that just helps me get it back. And even and I'll look up what I do for the pink clay mask, but that's how that one is. And then, hold on, I think I can.
I can show them while you're grabbing yours. Like, this is just a very simple hand cream. I mean, it's just a little pair of stretchy gloves. This was the one we had last year. That was the purple that I can't remember what it was, but it's amazing. And just the gloves around there with a little bow. That's a simple little thing.
This is the charcoal mask. And what I did is I bought some washcloths just a whole pack from Amazon for hardly anything, and just wrapped it like a towel that would be around her head. And then I used the wrap that has the little cucumber eyes. And so, again, you know what I mean? Like, and so I just look at it, and I can tell you, for the most part, each of my items that I do something with, I add $1 or $2. It's $1 or $2. And so depending on, like, if it's just wrapped like this, okay, then do you have something else there?
Yeah, this is just a body care set. So any of the shower gel lotion sets with one of the little scrubby gloves that we probably got from Amazon, that you can actually, a shower glove. So they can actually use it like a loofah sponge, but it's just a glove you put on, and it'll have a shower gel and a body lotion. And we have so many to choose from, right? Apple almond. We've got the Shea Butter satin body set. We have the berry vanilla. And if you guys were truly being retail buyer, retail seller thoughts, I ordered lots of the lavender coconut so that I can have those to offer during this time period.
And I'm also going to just remind you, because I mean, this might feel like a fire hose of information, but you're going to get the email, and in the email has the links. So those scrubby gloves that Cindy was talking about, they're an exfoliating glove that you actually leave in the shower. And so you just fit it on your hand. You put the shower gel right in the glove, and then you're exfoliating with it. So it comes in an assorted pack. They were very inexpensive, but we have the link in the email. If you liked that idea, you wanted to add something special to it, then you could. And then just as an idea, so they are 16 each, so it's 32. The box that she has it in is, so we got those for $6, right? Total for all three, right? So the big one was 3, the middle one was 2, the small one, super small, was 1. Okay. And so if you're thinking like a retailer, okay. So on that set, if you go 32 plus the big box is 3, so that's 35 plus the gloves. And again, you can look at it, plus usually there's a bow or whatever, but most of us at that point would have just added $3 total. Like, the shred in the box, there's, you know what I mean? That those particular boxes were Mary Kay used to sell them during the holidays to us. Okay. So a lot of us have those boxes. So I'm just teaching you how to get your money back for putting it in there. Our time to wrap them, you're not going to get that back. Right. So that's why we're saying pick 5 ideas. So far we have the Mint Bliss foot and leg treatment. You have the regular socks, the one for this year. Right there, right? Mm-hmm. Can you hold those up again for me? And then, so the charcoal mask is a huge, everyday thing right now. Okay. Hand creams, the cute little girl or the hand cream with the gloves. And you're going to see pictures in the email because, I have boxes and boxes, and you guys, for years and years and years, like my customers want to get hand cream with gloves. And so I have all the neutral colors. Where do I get them? I get them from Peter's Packaging. That link is also going to be in the email. And so I buy them in groups. I teach you how to merchandise and merchandise. And the key is when you're taking a look and you're making your list of people you need to buy for, there are some specific price points that work. Like, if it's an acquaintance, kind of thing, like you're going to be under that $25 range. Okay. And so it could be a hand cream with gloves, and a lot of mine, are right around that mark. Okay. The Cindy taking a look at that $35 box. Okay. So the shower gel and the lotion with the gloves, with the box, the bow. Okay. That whole thing. That's a $35 gift. So that's really nice. Now we could be, maybe it's for a sister-in-law, and then, a very common price point for a mom, or a mother-in-law, things like that. It's going to be 50, to 100, which again, they might be getting them something else. And the Mary Kay gift might be like an add-on to that gift. Okay. So when you're looking at it, okay, so obviously Mint Bliss foot and leg treatment is huge. And I know last year, when I sold through, and Cindy, you did too. Like, my first 30 of these that it was crazy. And you guys, this is what'll happen. People come in, and I'm going to see if you can still see me a little. Like, so I have a basket of these, and this is what people do is they start loading up their hands. And they're like, okay, I want to get one for so-and-so, one for so-and-so. Like, they start doing this, like, it's like girlfriends, it's girlfriend weekend out. It could be whoever's having Thanksgiving. It could be, you know what I mean? Like, they just start, my coworkers, like, they just start doing this, okay? And so they just start picking them up, and then, but if you are out and about, and we're talking, it's not just during a holiday open house that you're going to be selling these. You're going to be bringing them around with you. We call it your baby. You're going to be bringing your baby around with you. And so we're going to go into that in just a minute. Cindy's going to show her baby, but I want to show one more merchandising idea. And this is one taking regular product you already have. Okay. Now, to me, I don't think you need to get more hand creams and get more sanitizers. Grab the ones you have and make them cute. So the links of where I got these wraps, are going to be in the email again, but this says hand sanitizer, which is like adorable. And so what is neat, and it also has the one with the penguins with the little knit hat, and then it has, the elf one, so you can do any of these. These are great for teachers too, you guys. And so I know some of you are looking into fundraisers right now for back to school for the teachers and stuff. Oh my gosh, you guys, make sure you are asking the teachers if they are needing any hand soaps and hand sanitizers, because you could be their key to that fundraiser to get her classroom hooked up. Okay. So now we're going to talk about, getting these ideas together, right? But then bringing them everywhere you go. So go ahead, Cindy.
Okay. So this is my baby right here. So this is it. And this is my basket. Now, the cool thing, I do have a smaller basket that you just saw that I have my snowmen in. So you can have a couple of baskets kind of put together that you carry around depending on where you're going and who you think you might be seeing. I like the smaller basket for a lot of my discontinued items. That's a great one to carry. The smaller one where I just kind of put, let's see, eyeshadows. They're in there. I throw them in the baby basket and the smaller one. But this one is kind of the one that I would do more like my Christmas basket. So again, it has some of these little ideas so they can kind of see things that they could purchase from me. Maybe these wouldn't be ones that they would be buying everything right with the basket, but that way they could say, oh gosh, Cindy, I need about 5 or 6 of those hand creams with those gloves. That would be amazing. They can see those. I have, again, like I said, some of our discontinued items, but that are really good and generic. This was a foundation brush, the one that looks like a heart. I have some of those in here. I did stick in a few. I've got a few of these hand creams left. So this is the sample one so they can actually smell it. I've got that one stuck in. Some of our, lip colors, things that were fun, bright holiday looking colors. Those are in there. But also, then, like I said, the gift ideas, the boxes with the body care, with the price point, so they can kind of look at those. Again, I have the smaller basket. If it's something I'm thinking the day, wherever I'm going, a smaller basket is more appropriate. But if I'm going to go to a coffee shop, just kind of sit at the coffee shop, talk to some girlfriends, drink some coffee, the big one is perfect because you can just set it on the edge of your table. So here it is. Anything that you think is fun, anything that would be exciting to you to see, put it in your basket.
And did you say what people say to you? Like, tell them when you go donate blood, what they do.
Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh, yeah. So that's one of my biggest places to take it is my blood donation. They'll always go, where's your basket? And so, I have to be sure I have it. I'll go, oh, it's right here. It's right by the whatever. And I set it up and they'll just start perusing through it. They are amazing. I've taken the eyeshadows, blushes already once this year. I'll be going back in November. So it'll be prime perfect for the scents, the perfumes, things like that to take. Lip color, they love lip color. Those are amazing to put in your baby, is just different lip colors with a lip liner, giving them some ideas from some sets to throw together. I have a few other ideas over here that are with some of our new items that we may talk about in a little bit. So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So good. So good. Okay. All right. We're going to keep going, you guys. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. So you've heard about making a plan. And hopefully too, while we're talking, you were jotting down like some, places that you want to do craft fairs. Do you know if your church has craft fairs? Look on your, if you have a city Facebook page, you know what I mean? Look and see, and you can look them out. Any kind of vendor events, you want to take a look at that. Then some restaurants, your relationship with restaurants that you can honor the women for breast cancer awareness, or just get the flowers and go door to door, like in business strip centers, and honor working women. So you're going to pick your lead generating thing, okay, that is specific to the holidays. For me, I add craft fairs into my holiday planning. It's a freshness of new leads people coming together for fall and holiday, and we lead generate at them. We don't sell at them, just because I know we have some new people in here. We don't sell at the craft fairs. We have our things displayed, but we lead generate. And can they ask questions? Can they like, oh my gosh, that's the perfect gift. You know what I mean? Like, can I get those from you? Yeah. You know what? You sure can. First, you have a Mary Kay beauty consultant. We always ask them, because we don't step on toes, and we just don't. We just don't take customers from each other. Okay. And so you always like, you're being serviced by anybody right now? Like, no, I'm not. Okay, great. What I can do is take down your information, give her the slip that she's putting her name in the drawing, and then on the back, just write, the hand cranes, and tell me how many, that you were interested in. And then I will follow up with you right after this event and bring them to you. I mean, it's literally like what we do. So we can't sell at the event, but you can get their information down and you can bring it to them. So, so that I wanted to share. Okay. So I'm going to jump through and back to so this is part of the email of what you're going to get. So for your parties in the month of September, which sounds very interesting. It may sound early to you, but it's not. At all your parties, you want to print out these holiday wish lists. And then, so for virtual, when you're talking to them, after you close them virtually, this would be like a text, or that you would text them or send it over in an email to say, okay, there's one more thing, could you do me a favor and fill this out for me? And I think my assistant is working on a Google form that is going to look like this, so that it's simpler, but they can get it, print it, write it out, or just write it back if it's a virtual situation. Your in-person parties, after you've closed each person, you're going to give them the holiday wish list. They sit there, they fill it out, and I'm going to see if I can make it a little bit bigger so you can see what it is. So holiday wish list, they put down their favorite things. Okay. They're also putting down people they need to shop for, but then they're also writing who their Santas are. Like, who are the people they know are going to buy for them that we can then say, hey, Cindy's favorite things are these. So I'm not sure if you've done your shopping yet, but she put you down as one of her Santas. And so you guys, it's really, really great. And then as you're figuring out like who you're shopping for, like your guests, like they're figuring out who they shop for. This is the funniest thing. I always have them keep this sheet, but I take a picture of it. Or vice versa. If I'm in person, she hands me this sheet, but she takes a picture of it to keep, so that because she just did all this brain work. So it's really, really cool. And then what's neat is that in the months coming up, and usually beginning of November is when I start calling on my wish list. Okay, so that is that. There's 2 different wish lists in here. And so let me come back to the screen to see if you can see my screen. You can. Okay, so then next, what we're going to do, you guys, is I'm going to touch you a little bit about that holiday workshop. And Cindy, I'm going to try to change our screen around. So hold on. And then I'm going to go here and then hopefully here. Okay, so put me at least at the bottom of the screen. And then I'm going to try to make this a little bit bigger. So what you're going to have in this email is what my holiday open house postcard looks like. And I do it both virtual on Zoom and in person. Then the verbiage is all here. You guys can read it when you get there, but I do an actual postcard. I do an actual email. My email is very detailed and in letting them know what I'm doing. And then I do want to say, for your holiday open house, it's not just your customers. This is the time for you to invite neighbors that are close by. I mean, this is like acquaintances. This is you merchandising your business and creating an annual experience. Okay. So you're creating an annual experience. If it is your first time doing it, I would pick, for me, I would keep it really simple. I'd pick one day, or I'd pick an evening the night before and then the day of the next day. And so that you have a start time and end time, and it's very, it's very simple. And then you invite, and then on here, and it says it somewhere right here, pre-register and receive one item at 25% off. So I give them, and there's a QR code for my clients, so that goes right to my calendar so they can schedule themselves for a time. My appointments are either 15 to 20 minutes each. And what I do is sometimes people overlap in getting here, but I do like to meet with people one-on-one so I can help them shop. And so a lot of times people will start to trickle in, and it's fine because they can walk through what I have set up. I have clipboards out. They can start to jot things down. I even have shopping bags set up so they can pick up the shopping bags and start putting some things in the shopping bag and things like that. So here's the Canva template that's in there. And then right here, you guys, I have my PDF of how I do my holiday open house. The key to the whole thing is deciding when you're going to do it, and then you invite people, and it's not I'll try. Oh yeah, I saw that. I'll try. It's them selecting the time they're going to come to shop. It's an invitation to an appointment with you. What I can tell you is that generalized way, it just doesn't work. And so we're teaching you merchandising that you're going to start to carry with you everywhere you go. Like Cindy just showed with her 2 size baskets, either the Miracle Set bag or the basket, but then you're going to have them set up as well for your holiday open house. And Cindy does too. We do our holiday open houses in November, but then I can tell you guys, that sometimes in the beginning of December, and you'll see this, let me see if I can scroll down to it. Oh, just real quick. Here's this I do back to back in this postcard. So New Year's week. So this says, please take 40% off one item or one set from December 26th to the 31st. I didn't put a date on these. So when I had my postcards made last year, I do have some extra. So that part's really cool. And then Pink Weekend. So because the Pink Weekend is usually after when I have my holiday open house. So for the people that come and they shop with me, whether it's on Zoom or whether it's in person, because my customers are all across the country, right? Because we have this virtual world. But if they shop with me, if they schedule that 15 to 20 minute appointment with me, then they're going to get this postcard in with that order that gives them free shipping during Pink Weekend. And then it gives them one item off, just like Kohl's Cash, you guys. The department store Kohl's, it's like they always give you Kohl's Cash. So this is my New Year's week, Kohl's Cash, but this Kohl. And so that's kind of fun. As you go down here, these are all the links to any of the merchandising things that we talked about. And again, you are going to select 5 or 6 things, go 5 or 6 deep, and you're going to keep it simple. Okay. You're going to keep it really, really simple. Okay. As we go down this form, and we didn't get to where I wanted to go yet. There's all different gift tags in here. You're going to see the man can labels. You're going to see the pictures and every list. You're going to see a bunch of it. Okay. This I include with orders all year long. They get a postcard from me. I do it in 2 sizes, either a half card shape or a postcard shape. And on one side, it says your order made my day. I hope this package makes yours. I write their name up here. I sign. And then on the flip side of this, I always have a picture of my family, and they get this information. You guys, a lot of people comment on my family all the time. I mean, this is what they do. You guys even have the link. I think she gave you a choice, because I have you guys might have all of the different ones I've made. So polka dots, whatever. Okay. So in here is more on the Temptation basket like Cindy just shared. This is a video on the Holiday Baby, and I think this might be from Kristen Sharp. I'm not sure. Okay, but this is where I was going to get to. So Grace Lemke, top director, and Mary Kay, and a friend of ours. So she put this out this is what her postcard looks like for her men. This is like everybody waiting in line to go into this. So for a men's shopping event, she always does that in December. So how we were talking about the holiday open house being in November, okay, like you help them shop. I always decorate my home before my holiday open house. I get them in the mood for the holidays to get them ahead. I was just on a call. I don't even know where we were, where someone said something like, if you're a grandma, you know, have you already begun? Like, didn't fall mean like you've begun your Christmas shopping? And I was like, oh my gosh, that is so true. You know what I mean? Like we just started buying stuff last weekend. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so true. But for men's, this is what she does. So she gets food. She has the football game on. Like, so they're watching football, eating and stuff like that while she's wrapping the gifts that they come and they buy for their wives. So again, you know, she does that. And look at you guys. She does a Sunday afternoon 2 to 4, and she does a Tuesday evening right before Christmas 5 to 8, because that's when men shop. Okay. So that is all in there. And so then, you know, then this is like another example. This is from Emily, how she will schedule like a stop and shop somewhere, and she decorated all on the back of her car. And so they could try different things with the cotton balls and stuff, but she also brought, you know, some hot cocoa in there, which yeah, so then that was our okay. And then you'll see all these merchandising things in here. Okay, let me come back, Cindy, and let me do that and do this. Here we go. Because I know, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, it just goes by so fast. So was there anything else you felt like we wanted to share? I know, because we have the pillow gifts in there. We have all that.
I mean, mostly the thing is you're going to get this email. So the deal is you can slowly go through it. You can look and see what interests you the most, what is going to be the 5 or 6 things that you want to be sure you have. It'll tell you about the pillow gift. It goes into more detail about the men's night. I mean, it's all there for you. Even a calendar of what to do, September, October, November, December. It's up there for you. I really don't. I did go get my postcards a while ago, because I do have my postcards. Yeah. I just,
is that for this year's?
No, this was last year's, but I made extra. So all I have to do, I'm just going to make a sticker. Everything's the same except the date. And so I'm just going to make a sticker that goes right over there, over these, that changes the date, and everything else is the same. What I offer, tell me what time you're coming. Let me get your time in there. You get a free prize for letting me know the time and day you're coming. You get a free prize for purchases over $60. You get, I mean, I just let them know what's in it for them. And then it's the same place. All of that's the same. So I'm just going to sticker a different date over it. So, yeah.
That's so good. That's so good. The other thing that I wanted you guys to know, how you do these. There's a little video that's going to be in the email. So that's all in there. And then I wanted to show you, because I took the time to do this. This will be just right over us. So this packaging is from Peter's Packaging. It's called an envelope. And then we put the socks right on top, you know, going the other way, put the bow around it. And again, this is also how I merchandise the Mint Bliss foot and leg treatment, you guys. And then again, if I wrap it, it's going to be $14. If it's not wrapped, and they, Cindy, bring it over so we can see it out of the other side. Bring it there. Yeah, that side. There you go. No, come back over. I can see your left ear. So there you go. There you go. That's perfect. And here's one, you know, with the pink box and just like a red ribbon wrapped around. So again, it's going to be so neat to be able to, you're going to be able to see all this. You say you don't know how to make a bow. I have a bow video in the email. Okay, so it is really, really neat. It's all there for you. The most important thing is being strategic with your parties. Parties are where you're going to meet the people that are going to make this 4-month period beyond what you even thought it could be. Okay, so when you're thinking of your sales, I want you to be thinking of October, November, December as your holiday window. Okay, and this month being just dog to a bone on getting those 10 parties on your books, then go to 12, then go to 15, so that you hold 10 solid this month, because all those people are going to go on your PCP list. They're going to be into your customer base. They're going to be excited that you're going to be shopping with them. And so that is just going to be beyond what you could hope for or imagine. So put these into place now, because you protecting that. And then from those parties, you're going to book your parties. So you're going to keep the parties going in October, keep the parties going in November, keep the parties going in December, because you're going to be so strategic that if you decided to keep cookie making or candy making or whatever, I've never made candy, so I don't know. If you plug it in, right, then you're going to do I'm going to hold parties all over here, right? I'm doing this on this day. This is the craft fair I'm doing. This is when I'm wrapping. Like, you get a plan. And so that makes it happen. Yes, that would be her calendar. And so it's like you plug it in and you protect it. So that's what we have for you guys. And we're really super excited. I feel like this time goes by so fast. Oh, I also want to say the other thing that's in this email real quick is we have a 3 or 4 minute video from Terry Dillinger that she did last year for us, and how she merchandises and wraps up some of her. So you're going to see some of that too. Like, it is really chock full of information. So we can't wait for you to get it. So with that, I'm going to say, ta-ta.
Merry Christmas.
Yes. Woo! Here we go, you guys. It's going to be our best 4 months ever. So love you.
Bye.